So today we're going to talk about what is required to be a water superintendent in Texas. Okay, now we have a water superintendent here in Woodsboro. His name is Earl Henning. You can find his name and his phone number on that pamphlet that they pass out or mail out to everybody in the town. So let's get started. To become a water superintendent in Texas, you generally need at least a high school diploma or GED, a valid Texas driver's license, a specific certification from the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, such as a minimum Class C water distribution or wastewater license, with higher licenses also or often preferred. Now, our water superintendent just has a high school diploma. Yeah, as far as I know. Of course, he has to have the driver's license because, when he was stalking me with the mayor and they drove up to my home uninvited, obviously he has to have a driver's license, right? So you'll also need significant experience, often at least 2 years in water and wastewater operations and at least 1 year in supervisory role. Some positions may require a bachelor's degree and familiarity with heavy equipment and computer software. He did mention to me that he's been doing this for 10 years. I wonder what kind of certification he has because he only told me he has a high school diploma. Education and certifications. High school diploma or GED. This is the minimum educational requirement for many roles. Texas water wastewater license, a minimum Class C water and or wastewater license from TCEQ is often required, but higher levels like Class B or Class A are frequently preferred. So does he have those licenses? Because I remember asking him about that pamphlet, and he mentioned to me that TCEQ devised that pamphlet. And I asked him a second time even. I said, so TCEQ made this pamphlet? And he said, yes. Well, I just turned around and I called TCEQ up because, I'm in tight communication with them. And they told me, no, ma'am, we did not make that pamphlet. It is a responsibility of the people over here to make clear and concise information available for everyone in town. And we did not make that pamphlet. Okay? So let's move on. So they also need a driver's license. We read that in the beginning. Class C driver's license is necessary when with a clean driving record, right? Preferred bachelor's degree. So you have to have a bachelor's degree, and this is what is preferred. A bachelor's degree in a related field in environmental science or public administration is preferred, and many substitute for some experience. I know that when I went to school for environmental occupational health, it is required for you to have a bachelor's degree when working with, water and such. So I knew that right off the bat. Years of experience, a minimum of 5 years experience in water and wastewater treatment. He said 10, but did he have those certifications? I don't know. Collection, distribution, or public works operations is all often required. I wonder where he worked at before he was hired here. Supervisory experience, at least 2 years of experience in a supervisory or management role is necessary. Specific experience with heavy equipment like backhoes and jetters, and working with water distribution systems is often required. Skills and other requirements. Technical skills, proficiency with computer software, Microsoft Office, SCADA systems, GIS, and knowledge of reading plans and prints are important. Leadership and communication. Strong leadership, problem solving, and communication skills are crucial for managing teams and interacting with the public. Now, I don't think that includes showing up to people's homes uninvited, bringing your friends to assault anyone to talk about the water, but let's just move on. Background checks. You must typically pass a pre-employment drug screen and criminal background check. FEMA NIMS training. This is a common requirement to complete within the first year of employment. So, I wonder, I'm wondering what this person's, credentials are. Because all I know is this person only has a high school diploma, and I don't think that qualifies for somebody to be working with our water system here at Woodsboro. Otherwise, they would have known how to do basic algebra calculations, and they wouldn't be overcharging everyone in this town. Let's look up something else. Okay, responsibility of water superintendents in Texas. Water superintendents in Texas are responsible for overseeing the daily operations of water and wastewater systems, ensuring compliance with state and federal, let me repeat that, state and federal regulations, managing staff, and handling maintenance, repairs, and budgets. Yes, budgets. All right. So if they are miscalculating your water bill, all that extra money, where's that going? That's part of the budget, right? Okay, let's keep going. Their key duties include supervising water and wastewater operations, monitoring and testing water quality, which we all know it's really, really bad over here, maintaining infrastructure like mains and service lines. I remember one time, or actually 3 times, he mentioned to me, oh, we're looking for a water main over here, or, oh, we haven't found a place to drill yet, and then, oh, yeah, we found a place. So 3 times I was given the runaround for 3 different reasons of why they haven't started on fixing the water system, okay? Maintaining infrastructure like mains and service lines, responding to public concerns, and managing the department's budget and long-term planning. So this person is also involved in the water here, okay? They like to send this person out to confuse you. If you have a question about the water, the city hall will send this person out to your home to intimidate you and confuse you. But that's not the legal way to go about it. They will also give this person your phone number to call you and possibly harass you over the phone and confuse you once again to make you think that they're doing their job safely, properly, and legally. So let's keep going. Key responsibilities. System management, oversee the daily operations of water and wastewater treatment, collection, and distribution systems. Staff supervision, manage, train, and direct personnel, including operators and technicians. Now, I don't know if he's working alone or with others. I don't know. Regulatory compliance, ensure all activities comply with local, state, and federal regulations from agencies like Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, TCEQ. This includes sample collection, testing, and report submission. Now, we do know that this town's been in violation for, I don't know exactly how long. I'm sure if you're a person in this town, you know better than me. But how do we know that this person has been reporting properly? Because in that pamphlet that he claimed that TCEQ wrote for you guys, which that is a lie, he has no problem lying to your face. How do we know if he's even reporting the proper calculations or violations or testing parameters for the water? We don't. We just do not know. Maintenance and repair. Coordinate the maintenance and repair of all infrastructure such as mains, service lines, lift stations, and treatment equipment. Budget and planning. Yes, budget. Your money. Develop and manage an annual budget for water and wastewater facilities. They are also involved in long-term planning for system improvements and infrastructure upgrades. So they're going to turn around and say, oh, we charged you extra because we're planning for an infrastructure upgrade so everybody in Woodsboro can get clean water. Has anybody heard anything about that? Because it's my understanding that this town was given a grant between 1.2 and 1.5 million, I think, to fix the water. But I don't see the water being fixed. And where's all that money now? Where did that money go? Because that money is specifically for fixing the water in Woodsboro. Not for putting little gravel in the potholes, not for decorating the little gazebo. No, it's for the water. All right. Public communication. Respond to customer concerns and inquiries about water operations and quality. Emergency response. Act as an essential employee who can be called upon to manage operations during emergencies like severe weather events or equipment failure. So that's the responsibility of the water superintendent. Unfortunately, he's not really doing his job. And I highly doubt that he has a bachelor's degree because he told me that he has only a high school diploma. So he doesn't even know about water science. All he can tell you is, I've been doing this for 10 years. Well, that's nice, but have you been doing it for 10 years legally? Have you been complying with state and federal laws? I don't think so. Anyways, that was the responsibility of the water superintendent. And thanks for listening.